However, the time period I chose today is the Middle Age, which from 500 to 1550. So let's get started. Let's look at the background of this period. Firstly, after the fall of Rome, the 600 AD came a period known to us as the Dark Age. Secondly, much political turmoil, like no reliable political structure. The third one, the church was the only stable government, exerted increasing influence. In the 4th century, the Bishop of Rome claimed to be the successor to Saint Peter, established supremacy in church matters and in secular concerns. And the fourth one is feudalism. The manor was the chief non-church political entity. And then medieval theatre covers all drama produced in Europe over that 1,000-year period and refers to a variety of genres, including liturgical drama, mystery plays, morality plays, farces, and musicals. And in medieval, there are two main drama. The first one is the religious plays, which performed in circles, and there are three kinds of religion plays. The first one is mystery plays, and miracle plays, and morality plays. And the second one is secular plays, which is Latin comedies and tragedies were studied in schools and universities. And there are also some types of secular plays like farce or the moralities, mewing and discussing, interludes and musicals. There are some characters of medieval drama. Medieval drama seems naive if we don't understand the period, and they have little sense of history. As to the major figures in this period, the first one is Herodsphete. She is an important playwright in early medieval times. She is also a historian and aristocratic from northern Germany in the 10th century. She wrote 6 plays which she modeled after Terence's comedy. So Terence's comedy show ordinary human subjects and situations involving marriage, sex, and love. She put a moral and a religious spin on Terence's plays in order to avoid criticism from the church. She wrote a preface to her collection of plays which stated that her purpose for writing was to save Christians from the guilt that reading classical literature instilled in its readers. She is the first recorded female playwright. She also writes the first identified Western dramatic works of the post-classical era. Her works were first published in 1501 and had a large influence on religious drama in the 16th century. The second one is following Herodsphete was another female playwright. She was a German writer, composer, philosopher, Christian mystic, etc. She is considered to be the founder of scientific natural history in Germany. She was elected magister by her fellow nuns in 1136. She founded the monasteries of Ruppersberg in 1150 and Embingen in 1165. One of her works as a composer, the Odo Fluttery, is an early example of liturgical drama and arguably the oldest surviving morality play. And the third one is Herbert Clénion, was a French historical and miniature painter and stage designer who flourished at Florence. There are some clever designs made by him that now reside in the National Library at Paris. As to the historical event process and figures. In the 15th century, religious drama showed a trend of large scale. A series of comedy is often composed of dozens of fragments with many people and long performance time. The religious drama in this period pursued sensory stimulation of the stage effect, but from the perspective of literature and performance, it became far from the drama art. In the 16th century, the religious reform shook the status of British religious drama, which, in order to promote the Catholic doctrine, in 1559, Queen Elizabeth published a policy to prohibit the writing and performance of the mystery drama. At the beginning of the 17th century, most European countries gradually stopped the performance of religious drama. And there is a person who is really have some influence in this period, who is Ethelwald. He is Bishop of Winchester, England, issued in 975 the regular Concordia, a monastic guidebook, which, among other things, described in detail how one part of an Easter service was to be performed. The next part is about technical elements. The first theme is about stage. There are two major kinds of stage in the medieval theater, fixed and movable. These technical tricks would be more extensive on fixed stages. The mansion and platter were borrowed from the church service, and the simultaneous staging was a distinctive characteristic of medieval theater. And as to fixed staging and movable, there are many characters of them, and showing at the bottom. And then it's about custom. Characters in the medieval drama were often dressed in garments resembling these worn by their counterparts in the medieval life. Two types of the garments, like ecclesiastical robes and everyday clothes, and they are also have masks. Stage actors in the medieval times often wore masks, which came in all shapes and sizes. Most theater masks had bizarre designs. Some were grotesque enough to scare the audience, or according to historians, horrific-looking masks were meant to prevent any misbehavior. And also there are some other technical elements like flying, trap, fire, which called masters of secrets. These special effects in the drama were so extraordinary. And yes, around the 1500, and the medieval theater began to decline. And there are some reasons like increased interest in classical learning or social structure was changing. And the result of the decline is professional actors still needed but not amateurs. And professional theater roles become commercial and no longer religious plays. As to the contribution to modern theater about the medieval theater differed from the classical theater for it emphasized spectacle. In addition, it presented various actions on stage in time and space and presented a combination of sublime with detailed realism. Approximately 1400 AD, the dramas were performed with spectacle, no longer dependent exclusively on the spoken word, but incorporated music, dance, costume, and set design. The spectacle of the later medieval theater made it necessary to have detailed stage directions. A sample of document stage drawing and the directions remain from the 15th century Muratori play, The Castle of Perseverance. The evolution to the dependence on detailed stage direction made possible the great Shakespearean stage. So that's all my presentation. Thank you.